nice looking car in it going through the corner.
Welcome along, everyone. What was it like, that experience, jumping into your first race?
It's been my life ever since I can remember.
Look, it really was unbelievable.
I think it's awesome.
Just go out there and give it your all every time. And
when you're young and you get in your old man Superstock and you wreck it, I mean, it's pretty cool.
Craig Booker with the big smile. He is the voice that's behind what you get to hear every Sunday night.
Give it the hoot, Daddy. Look at that field. Doesn't it look fantastic?
Hey everyone, welcome along to In the Kokpit with Kinser, but of course we changed it up during the off-season of our normal Wednesday regular chats. It's in the garage with a bit of fun, bit of laughter, and of course just going over last Sunday's Capital RC's online e-series with the Superstocks, and of course we'll bring in our guests who will join us as well. My good friend, you should hear him every Sunday going live, calling it the Hootenanny. He's with us right now. Booker. Hey, Books, mate, how are you?
Hey, mate, I'm doing good. The temperature's dropped. I see all the people on the chat. They're all talking about how the temperatures have dropped everywhere around the country. I tell you what, though, where I am, mate, I'd much rather it just be cold because it's better than having all that bloody rain we've had down here. So I don't mind a little bit of cold instead of the rain because the days are always beautiful and sunny, mate. So, yeah, but hey, listen, not far now, mate, and the season starts, eh?
Well, August now officially, you know, counting down September, October, mid-October, a lot of the race season will get underway for our Speedway fans out there. Most tracks have released their calendars for the event, so now you can start booking in your accommodation, drawing out your own little calendar, what takes you on your journey to get your Speedway fix. Like you say, it's not that far away. Talking to Speedway fix, mate, let's get into it. The E-Series, Sunday, you were calling it, and mate, what a race that was.
Oh, it's just, mate, the whole night was awesome. And I watched the stream back myself, actually, and there was a bit I missed. I don't know if people were watching it. They would have seen a car on fire in the background. Young Fluffy changed gears down too quick, got hit, and blew his motor into flames. There was flames all over the track. So I didn't quite catch that, so I have to watch that for next time. But, yeah, but the racing all night was good, mate. And, I mean, going in, I mean, we got old Todd coming on very shortly because going into this final round, mate, he is leading the point series, and all these sim racers at Kokpit, mate, are starting to look pretty silly. They better get their act together, eh? But hey, but the points will be posted tomorrow morning for all those people out there waiting for the update. There was a bit of we had to watch some replays and look at some stuff. Like I've always said to you on the stream that night, that all the results are preliminary until they are confirmed when you see the points come up on our Facebook. So they are scheduled to go up. But, mate, if I bring it in here, Kins, I'll bring it in here for us quickly. Oh, what have I done there?
Not too sure, mate. You brought the overall points in.
Yeah,
Do you want to go through the
it should be us beside it.
Okay,
right.
So I'll just quickly, while you're sorting that out, I'll just let everyone know the South Island Championship on the podium. Zane Riddick, real driver, came in third. driving the 61 S car. Second, of course, is our guest who's going to join us soon, Todd Hemingway, in the 99M. But a winner, which was a great surprise for you. You were happy that he won this. It's been a long time coming. He had a big break, actually, from online racing. He's been playing some COD, but it's good to have newbie back, Pete Wilson, who couldn't join us. He was the actual winner and on the Southland Championship podium at Riverside Speedway. Just quickly going through the Rampage on Riverside podium. Third was Evan Tyador in his 5 Rees car. Second, James Freeman in the 46, doing a stellar job with all the images he does for us. And of course, Brad Lane took away the first place, the modified 1NZ, racing around in his 119 Superstock Online. So that's how things are. But I know you've got the overall point standings.
I have, mate. And the points are so close. So you got Todd leading the series with 1 round to go on 474. And then back from him in second is our man Steve Emmett on 465. And then for the third spot on the podium, you've got KJ on 458 and ET on 457. So you're talking 1 point. But then you can go back to Mental, our 1NZ, at 438. Then Zane Riddick, he's sitting in 6, 433. I mean, Daniel Curran, 385. Chris Bailey, 381, and Pete Wilson, our round winner, on 369. Now, based on those points, if these guys, any of these guys up the top have a DNF or whatever, with 30 cars on the field, mate, any of that top 10 can be on the podium. It's that good, you know. I see someone there saying that it's been raining hootenannies, so that's a good thing to hear, eh?
But you know, you're right. The reality is, if you get a couple of DNFs to Todd, Steve, or James, anything's up for grabs, or even ET. Like you say, anyone can really go away with this in their top 10. So it's going to be interesting. And this Sunday, we've got a special round as well. We're racing down on the Wellington track. And you might as well tell the news books because you're actually going to be joining us.
Yeah, so this Sunday night sees the final round plus the big feature, which is our Richie, I'll get this right, Nikoroi. I got it because he's made me spell out properly, say it right. Oh, Richie. Yeah. MMJ, who passed away, we lost. So it's his big memorial. Our man Kinser here has had a trophy done up, a memorial of him. Yeah. I will be racing in that race. So what will happen is that after the third heat, while they're working out the points, there'll be a bit of a lull in proceedings here. I'll probably play a video or something while I switch all my computers around so that I can get in there and still have the stream going for all you guys and girls watching, and I can get in and race with everybody for that feature and race for our mate Richie. I think it's going to be a quite an emotional time, to be honest. I put a post up earlier to the boys that even this week I've got a few nerves and feeling a bit funny about it all at the moment, thinking about Richie, because let's face it, Kins, he would have loved this series, mate. It would have been so much up his element, you know, and you know that he would have been in that top 3, easy.
Yeah, easy. He was the one hard competitor, and we shared those times with some of the boys that are raced alongside with them at Kokpit. Also, just some of our members who went along to his actual tangi, his funeral, to be with his family and that in Wanganui as well. So, yeah, it is going to be quite an emotional one, but a special one, and it's just a privilege because I got a chance to see Richie before he passed, and to donate a carving, a tonga in remembrance of our mate Richie is a prize that I'm going to put up for that special race. So yeah, a beautiful carving coming up. Unfortunately, I haven't got it with me. I'm going to pick it up tomorrow. Otherwise, I would have shown it on the stream tonight. But we look forward to it this Sunday. Check it out. 8:15, the build-up and racing in Wellington is going to be a big one. Then after that, when we get back from Palmerston North, mate, we're into it again on the Sunday, 13th August. It's the New Zealand Champs.
I'll tell you what, I don't want to be mean to our guest, Todd, but if our boys let a bloody real driver win our New Zealand Champs, I'll be upset. Especially because I'm not there to try and stop it, I tell you. Hey, but listen, before we quickly bring Todd in, don't forget, next Saturday, not this Saturday, next Saturday, Speedway Garage, Palmerston North, we are doing the Asherathon. Myself and Reno will be down there. Hopefully Dirt will be with us, and also Aaron from Garage 16. And we are there to raise money and do an auction and have some fun to get Asher over there to Great Britain. And it's going to be an awesome night. If you can't join us in the Speedway Garage, tune in here live on our Facebook, and we will be live from the garage having some fun.
Yeah, hard out, 100%. It's a good cause, and there you go. Take a look at that. That's one of the prizes.
Oh, there where you won.
Yeah.
Where's your flag?
Oh,
Oh, look at that.
Here's the big Things Chance banner. Yeah, I got to hang it up.
It's been so awesome having some of the tracks get behind our E-Series and put up prizes, I tell you. It's been very, very cool. Okay, so let's not dilly-dally, I suppose you say. That's an old word for an old person. And we'll bring in young Todd. Hey, mate, how are you?
Hey, guys, how's it going?
Good, bro. Good. Hey, congrats on everything you've achieved, joining us at Kokpit and being part of one of, I think, 8 real drivers who've joined us for the series, mate. You're going good guns.
Yeah, cheers. No, thanks for inviting me. Yeah, I definitely didn't expect to be going as good as I am, but hey, I'm stoked.
In your mind, just kind of put in comparisons to the real stuff compared to the E-Series. You know, we've had good feedback already from some of the real drivers, and we're pretty well on target, aren't we?
Yeah, definitely. I think that's probably why you'll find a lot of the real drivers have picked it up so fast is just because, you know, like all the mindset's still the same. You've still got your braking, your throttle control. A lot of it's real similar to the real thing. So, yeah, no, that's why the guys picked it up really quickly.
What's your background to online racing, mate? Have you done this previously? Come on, you got to let your secrets out now.
To be honest, no, not really.
Wow.
I did a little bit of played the old R Factor game back during lockdown and play a little bit of iRacing here and there, but I wouldn't really say I'm a gamer at all. This is all pretty new for me, but yeah, it's good fun. I love it. I spend a bit of time doing it in my own hours. So yeah, it's good fun.
All right, talk about the equipment. What's sitting in front of you there, mate? What are you using there? What's going on? What's the deal there?
Just got the standard Logitech PS4 wheel, mate, and some pedals, nothing too flash, and just got my monitor set up on my desk here. That's all I need to have fun and still get pretty into it. He feels real anyway.
That's all he's got, books, and he's leading the whole bloody
I know,
thing
mate. Some of these fellas have got some, you know, $4,000 or $5,000 pedal and wheels, and here's old Todd, $500. We're away. You gotta love it. Some of these boys will be watching tonight. They'll be thinking, right, that's it. We're gonna get him. I mean, you had a bit of bad luck at earlier rounds when you just about won one when your own teammate, who's a Chris 56, took you out and rolled you. He was the only other M car on the track. How bad was that, mate? I think the boys give him a bit of stick about it too.
Yeah. Again, I didn't think it from my own club, mate, but hey, it's all part of it though, isn't it? It's all good fun.
Yeah. Mate, but you're having fun though? You're having fun?
Oh, 100%, yeah. No, it's real cool, yeah.
Do you catch up with some of the other real drivers? Do you catch up, whether it's Messenger and that, and talk about the racing, you know, how close it is to the real thing and how you're enjoying yourselves? Do you have a bit of banter there?
Oh, yeah, I give Ethan a bit of a hard time for holding everyone up for me, but obviously me and Dylan talk about it every now and then as well, but I wouldn't say, probably not as much as you expect, but we just get on a Sunday afternoon and go and have a bit of fun, yeah.
Okay. What about the drivers that you race alongside with in real life, you know, because Book has talked about this. We're kind of creating our own little fanfare through this series. What's the feedback been like from some of your mates in the real world of racing?
Yeah, hard case actually, because even the boys who crew for me, they all park up at home and watch it on a Sunday night, and then yeah, give me all the feedback on Monday when I get down the shed. So yeah, it's good. Even my old man, mate, he gets a lot more into it as well. I could hear him yelling from the lounge when I'm racing in here. So they're right into it.
That's awesome. That's awesome. It sounds like old Pops with Brad Lane as well. He watches it all as well. So, so what about real life stuff, mate? How are you tracking there for the season's opener?
If you've got Peter Ease's number, you give him a ring and find out. We're just waiting for the new car at the moment, so I guess Pete's busy as we understand what it's like. So, yeah, when the car's ready, we'll go down and pick it up and then put all the bits together, and hopefully we come out the season. Don't have no doubt it'll be fast straight away, but it's a new car, so you never know what you're in for.
Yeah, mate. Your race calendar looking like you're going to be at most of the major events? Yeah,
definitely. I'd say this season will be just as busy, if not more, if we don't have so many rainouts as last year. So every weekend we're looking for somewhere to race. So obviously we all know that the longer you spend in the seat, the better you get at it. So yeah, no, we'll be looking to race as much as we can.
Yeah, what's your background with racing? Are you like many of the other guys that we've interviewed and young ladies come from the mini stock class? What's your introduction into Speedway?
Yep. So Speedway's been in my family from my granddad. He was the old promoter of the old Bay Park track, and then my uncles raced through then, and all my cousins started mini stocks. And then when I turned 10, I started racing mini stocks at Wahara over in over the hill, Matamata.
Yeah.
And when I turned 12, got the mini stock racing at Bay Park and did my whole career in the mini stocks and did 2 seasons in a stock car at Bay Park, and now my uncle's given me a cool opportunity to be in the Superstock. So yeah, no, it's been in my veins for a long time.
Mate, and you're also a member of the Busters as well?
Yep. Yeah, so I've put my hand back up for the Busters this season. Hopefully I get picked, but yeah, we've got a good group of lads, so we'll see what happens there.
You love it? You love it being down in Palmy and all that stuff? You love the hype of it, the vibe of it?
Yeah, man. You don't get it anywhere else in the world. Like, it's such a unique event, and Superstocks in general, it's just a unique motorsport category. So the Palmy teams is it's one of those things that you could never explain to someone, you know, the true vibe that you actually get, especially doing that driver's parade. It's very overwhelming, especially when I went there my first time with the Waikato Wanderers. But yeah, I'd definitely love to go and race at Palmy for my own club, Bay Park.
Wicked, bro, wicked. Hey, just quickly before I do let you go, I know your favourite track's Rotorua. Seems to be 99.9% of drivers we ask already say that Rotorua. What's some of your bogey tracks that you kind of struggle with?
Ooh, Miani, actually.
Oh!
I've never really done too well down there, but hey, we'll give it another crack.
Yeah, mate.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, I have to. I can't support you at Miani. It's just not going to happen. I'll support you at every other track, but just not my Miani, mate. This year, I hope my Miani boys actually stick together and race together, and we shall see. But hey, mate, I wish you nothing but the best for the whole season, mate. I mean, we really wish you the best and hope you do well. So here, and good luck on Sunday night, mate, as well. So
yeah, be a bit of tension coming my way, I'd imagine, but I'll just try and putt around on the pole line and stay straight.
Just do what Kins does, mate. He just putt.
Yeah, it seems to work, doesn't it?
Yeah, mate, it does. Look, all us M brothers will get together on Discord and have a bit of a chat before we get into the race. We'll sort this out. We'll sort it out for you, bro.
Yeah,
he might be your silent assassin, Todd. Hey?
Well, you never know, do you? Don't know who you can anymore.
Yeah, sweet as. Hey, all good, bro. Thank you for joining us. I love the pictures in the background. Good to see the old Busters photos in the background, bro. You're living the dream and enjoying yourself online, which is awesome to see. Take care, Todd, and we'll catch up trackside soon, bro. But we'll see you on Sunday, yeah?
Cheers, guys. Thanks for having me on.
Mate.
Sweet as.
Hey, before we bring Jason, just want to say a few good evenings to a few people, Kins. A big hi to Tanya joining us again tonight. Scott Honeybone, Wayne Otten with his normal comments as well. Shivering in the shed with Kins and books tonight. Daniel Petrie, Richard and Trudy, Tracy, Murray's with us again. I've got to get hold of him. Actually, I want him to do some drawings inside my camper. Yeah, Daniel. Oh, Daniel's with us as well. He's out at the soccer tonight. So, yeah. A big hi from Paul and Susan.
I got a massive hi to Jace, who's going to join us soon from Scott Honeybone. He's looking forward to catching up with Jace very soon. So awesome there. Tracy Vincent, let's just say the list just goes on. Dan Curran, who's one of our online racers. What's he up to? Out at this. Oh, he's at the soccer, bro.
Yeah.
Last game for the FIFA World Cup in Hamilton.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Hey, mate, how's the crowd's been for that? Shivers.
Record crowd. It's
awesome.
Actually the biggest crowd at a sporting fixture at Eden Park, and I think bigger than the female rugby World Cup final as well with that US and Portugal game. Kyle Carpendale sporting some new flash design graphics on his race car and his race uniform. The brother Ams is watching. I think Ams might be going to have a chat with Jace as well, and I don't know, he might be doing something there. Mark Goodman, always good to catch on Mark. We should have asked bloody Todd how his rugby season was. We will soon. To Winiata's watching. Yeah, the list goes on. Steve Murray and Lyles from Oz. Good day, all. All right, we better bring it in.
Let's bring Mr. Jason here. Here we go.
See Shortland Street finished.
He's shaking his head already at your comment.
You interrupted my Shortland Street, boys, I tell you. Hey.
Mate, before we get into this, firstly, I don't know if we've caught up with you since the New Zealand Speedway Awards, but, congratulations to yourself and everyone involved at the Pits Media. Well deserved, mate.
Yeah, well, like I said, it was I actually let the girls go up and sort the receiving the awards. I was sort of kind of over that type of stuff, and it means more to them than me. So I'll let them sort of take care of it. So, yeah, I mean, it's good to get it, but man, there's a lot of people that do a lot of things, and and for Speedway, and to get the recognition, I suppose it's a good thing. But it'd be good for it to see to go somewhere else, moving forward. So it's probably the last time you'll see us, in those awards.
Oh, shit.
Oh, I don't know.
Really?
I mean, like it's there's not a lot of big presence online, I suppose, when it comes to Speedway. There's yourself doing these streams and that, which is fantastic. And let's face it, no one else. I'll be honest. I don't think anyone else does a stream as good as what you're producing at the moment.
Have you heard the news lately? There's a lot of things called green-eyed monsters in New Zealand, and we cop a fair bit of flack for it because but there is a lot of people that put. I mean, look at you guys. You just put in a good effort. It's tolerable. But I mean, everybody does their bit for the sport, don't they? But it's crazy. But mate, we've just been busy. Obviously, we've had to change quite a bit for our camera people this year because we're very limited with our comms units, both by the wireless, and so we're very limited to how far they can reach, and also the noise level. A Superstock is obviously quite a loud vehicle, and when you've got 20 odd of them there, it's hard for our director to be able to communicate. So sometimes when you're watching some of our streams, you'll see a camera sort of disappear off quickly. It's because they just can't hear. So we've put a major investment into fiber technology, and the good thing about the fiber technology, it now allows us to be able to have our comms connected to our cameras and to our actual fiber, and we can put noise cancelling headphones and stuff. So we've been working a lot on that. But my point is, the Casper's just been finished, and we've been doing some rugby with it. It works amazing, and the quality of the picture is just double what you would have seen from us before. So there's been some really good, and the new cameras that we ordered in March 2020 arrived a month before the Speedway season ended for the new van. So we actually used those at the Stags, the local rugby team here. We did a couple of games for them in Tianao, and we've got a couple more coming up for them. And so and the quality of what we are delivering is just next level. So we're really looking forward to 52 events booked so far this year coming up this season.
Wow.
Yeah. So
how many was that? Sorry,
a full on 52.
We're gonna talk about that. Some of these events. I mean, people. I mean, obviously, if they can't get to the track, the best place to watch it is the Pits Media. Are you covering all the big major titles?
The one we won't be covering, obviously, is New Zealand Superstocks. We have had discussions with the guys at conference, the guys from Napier and stuff, and we're just sort of not too concerned about that because we do have the other big ones in Superstocks, obviously. So we have, we're starting actually our first North Island trip is in Wellington for the Superstock Shootout. So we started with some good Superstock stuff, and then we go to the 1st and 2nd of December, which is the New Zealand Superstock GP. Now Wanganui moved that away from the Rotorua date, and because they did that, it's obviously no-brainer for us to be able to support them. And we wanted to get back to Wanganui for a wee while, so that's all done and dusted. And then also we have the Steve Williams Charity Superstock Take 4.
So I hope that goes ahead.
How that pans out. That will be a big meeting for us, and then we'll have the likes of the World 240s. We'll do the North Island Superstocks. I promised Sonia that I'd do a mini stocks in Paradise, so we're doing mini stocks in Paradise.
Awesome.
Which we're quite looking forward to doing that, to be fair. Everybody thinks it's a bit of a piss take, but it's, they're the future of our sport. And if we can educate them and teach them how to be professional with media this early, then it only benefits them later on, if you know what I mean. So even for people like yourselves and stuff that interview these guys, instead of getting, you're going to actually get some conversations and stuff out of them. We do have the New Zealand stock car champs as well, New Zealand street stocks. Now, the New Zealand street stocks and the World 240s are on the same weekend, but we're going to cover both. And that's quite simply because we are from Southland, and street stocks has been the mainstay of the racing down here. And you all know what South Island street stocks are like. They're brutal. That the fact that it's in Wellington and there's already a huge amount coming from the South Island, and obviously there's a massive amount of the North Island, I would say that it'll be just as good as some of the other major titles that are floating around. So that's why we're going to do it. South Island Superstocks obviously on, and the North Island Superstocks, as I said. Battle of the Stocks, all the normal stuff. Extreme Super Saloon Series, we'll cover that again. New Zealand TQs, we've agreed to do that at Nelson. Superstock Stampede. So there's the events that we've got are major events, and you know, once again, I always tell people we can't do everything. So you know, like it's good that there's other guys floating around. Like I would love to have done the New Zealand Midgets, but it's at Rapuna and we don't love each other too much. And that's not a bad thing. Like, you know, RJP guy, he does a good job and stuff. Not too concerned about it. But I had to be cheeky and ask anyway, because I love midgets, not the little people, but the race cars. So, mind you, I've got a midget next to me here. She's actually just finished the dishes. So,
Didn't you just get in the kitchen and cook her dinner?
I actually cooked the eggs, bro. I said, "You what do you want for tea?" And she goes, "Scrambled eggs." And she said, "Get in the kitchen and cook me some, you." And that was pretty much the way I went to go and do that. But no. And she actually liked my eggs, eh? Next time it'll be, you know, her turn.
Someone's just
said... but we are like, if anybody's looking for any, you know, we haven't lost any of our crew, but what we've done is obviously with 52 meetings, that's 2 vans going pretty regularly. And yeah, we are looking, and as you've alluded to, Amron's going to come and help us out, doing some stuff. I'm going to have a talk to him shortly. I'm going to leave it up to you guys in the chat room. Now, Scott Honeybone wants to come and work for me. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, Scott. You need to keep your bloody, you know, your P's and Q's in order. But do you reckon we should give him a go? You know, do you think we should give him a go? Maybe a replay, or not necessarily on a camera, but give him, you know, we like to give everybody an opportunity. Somebody told me to slap me.
We'll let the fans decide here. Some people are telling Jess to smash you. So,
yeah, smash.
Hey, someone, I didn't hear properly though. Someone's asked, are you doing the New Zealand Super Saloons as well?
Yes, we are. We are. I wasn't overly too concerned about that one either, and that's only because, not taking it away from the event, but because the New Zealand stock cars are on the same night, same weekend.
Gee, there's a few big events against each other in there. Like,
the thing is, it's in 2 separate islands and it's 2 separate classes, so you can't say, look, you know. And as we all know, there's only so many Saturdays, you know, in a summer, so you've got to try and compress these. And I think probably the 2 best classes to go against each other are the stock cars and the super saloons, and that's like a Palmy Teams champs and the midgets. Well, that's, you know, we know where people are going to buy the streams, you know, because obviously if the midgets and Palmy Teams are on, people are automatically going to buy Palmy Teams, and same with the stock cars and the super saloons, people are always going to buy. But you still have to offer, you know, that I suppose it's at home, it's just down the road. You know, I'll end up doing the stock cars because I really enjoy Stratford and stuff, and Stiffy will stay down here and look after he'll look after the super saloons, and then we'll cross over. I'll do the New Zealand street stocks and he'll do the World 240s, because last year he missed out on the World 240s because we had another event. I can't remember, what was it? Yeah, some event that was the Extremes Dirt Series was on the same weekend as the, so it's his turn to check it all out. So it'll be an interesting season. This is the most we've ever done, 60 meetings, and we haven't finished taking the bookings yet. We're still working with some promoters. There's a couple of new tracks that are looking to get us to come and do some events for them, which I'm not allowed to just sort of say too much at the moment, but there's some really cool things happening, and we're looking forward to it. No doubt we'll see you clowns around quite a bit, and you'll see us clowns around quite a bit. So
we're bound to be, mate. We're bound to be. Hey, listen, on another note too, Jay, so I saw a post go up the other day on your Facebook, young Stiffy and his wife.
That's sad.
Yeah.
They're going to say 2 things, actually. One, with Asher Rees going away, I'm not really that keen on giving money to give a little, because they take 5% of, and I'd rather Asher gets that 5%. So we're going to put a sizable amount of money into his account to help him out. So we don't want acknowledged or anything for it. We're just going to do it that way because I spoke to him, and Pete's the same as well. When I was speaking to Pete the other day, he just goes, I did not know that they, that they do that. They take 5%. So he's actually not going to put money through the giver little either. He's going to give it directly to him. So that unfortunately, everybody's got a sad story. I know, everybody knows somebody that's had cancer, and we're just lucky that we've got a pretty good following, and we're probably cashing in on a little bit, with that. He's given up so much for the sport. He's travelled. He's been with me since day one. And his wife's mother, Cherie, unfortunately diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. She's just done, was it 5 days worth of radiation in 3 days.
Yeah.
We went out for tea the other night. She didn't even have to cook her food, mate. She just cooked itself on the way down. It was that bad. And I told her that, and she laughed, because it's just the person I am. And unfortunately, she's not going to make Christmas. So there is a give a little page on our Facebook page that, just even if it's somebody's got $10 or whatever, Stiffy's he's done a lot for the sport, and I hope that maybe some people that appreciate what we do, they might, but I know that everybody else has got their story, and I know there's people out there that are struggling and suffering, and they've got relatives and family in that scenario. But this one for me is just a little bit too close to home, and so that's why, normally I would not do that type of thing, personal stuff like that on my Facebook page. But if you've seen Stiffy and the way he's been the last, couple of months, he's just a different kid. He's just, he just lives at home. He's just trying to look after his family, trying to look after his in-law. So I just kind of think that, if we could help. And the other thing too, which is, it's a double whammy for Stiffy, because his auntie has also just been diagnosed with cancer as well, and she's battling with chemo. So he's got a double whammy. So so it'd be just quite good to, if anybody out there, just, mate, I don't give a crap if it's $5 or whatever. Anything and anything helps out. So it's tough for him. So that's why it's up there.
Cool. I just
and my apologies for that. But,
myself and Reno, we're always supporters to help most people out on with us. We've lost friends and family from the same thing. So it's, when it comes to that, like, we've got our memorial with Richie this Sunday. So it's certainly always worth talking about. And on that note, I certainly hope that young Steve Williams event goes ahead this year. Man, it's due, isn't it?
Well, everything's, we've got the very, very lucky, and I know you guys know him as well. We're very lucky to have Tony T from Blue Skies Weather, or Blue Skies 2.0, if you want to look him up on Facebook. And he was our saviour last year. We knew what was happening before it was happening, and you're able to plan stuff when you know what the weather's going to do. So we did lose almost half of our income that we should have got last year, but we also did pretty good because we're able to manage a lot of that as well. But he has assured me that moving forward for this Speedway season, if you're in the deep south, you're in deep trouble. There will be rain, quite a lot of it, but from the east coast of the South Island all through the North Island, it will be the opposite to what we had last season. Nice. So we are expected to get dry, good weather for all of summer. So that's the prediction at this stage.
Well, I reckon it's going to be a good one too up this way, because the other morning we had a white frost and then a beautiful day, and I haven't seen a white frost and a beautiful day in Hawke's Bay for probably 3 or 4 years. An actual frost like that covered it, and a beautiful day, and that's normally a sign that you're going to get this great summer ahead, So I'm feeling confident with the season. I think that it's going to be that season that we needed last year is going to happen this year. I think
we're all used to it, and we're versatile and stuff. I think also things are going to be a bit different this year just because of the way the cost of living's gone as well. And I think we'll find that, we might not see as many people in the stands, although we're seeing some good people fronting up at the sporting events that are currently happening around New Zealand. But I just think that disposable income for families has just sort of gone away. And you know, to go to a rugby game or a football game and stuff, it's a set amount. Whereas when you go to Speedway and you load the snots into the back seat, and it costs you, a couple of $100, it's bloody hard. So, I hope, and I suppose the other side of it too is that some of these guys that are in lesser classes, like the production saloons and the street stocks that don't have the big budgets or are business owners, they're just wage earners, I think we'll see those classes suffer a little bit this year. You'll still see them there, but they won't travel. They'll pretty much stay there in their own backyard. So, I know there's a lot of the focus is definitely going to be the New Zealand title. More people are pretty keen on getting to that one. So that might be the big one that you see just about every Tom, Dick and Harry at. And it helps that it's at Wellington too, because it's right smack bang in the middle. So, apart from that wee puddle.
Yeah.
No, you're right.
The boats work.
Yeah, they're stranded today.
For people, if you got me on.
Yeah, well, that's true. But yeah, the boats are stranded today. It's quite ironic, Jace, that you brought up actually the changing in weather, listening to Tony T, because I was in a council meeting today and we actually talked about changing our pool seasons because we've been given a heads up on the weather that's going to be changing coming summer. So we've extended this pool season as such as I can say. But yeah, hopefully we're all on the right track because last year was just rubbish weather-wise. And mate, you do a wonderful job traveling all the Ks you do, and you better get back in the kitchen. I know Shortland Street's finished, so there was a bit of bum on there tonight, eh, Jace?
There was, yeah. No, it's crazy, It's amazing the weather, just in passing. Obviously Campbell and myself, Campbell McManaway, he's got can-do fishing. He's been pretty good at being able to go and get kinner. But global warming's changed his season now. He's actually got to have a season. He never used to have one, but global warming has actually screwed up the growth and the of the kinner. So it's he can only basically do stuff between July and February now, and there's no more. It's just the way things are gone. So yeah. But no, you guys do a great job too, and I actually been watching a few. I sort of stay in the background, because like if I start saying things, I tend to take the mickey out of people. So probably not an ideal scenario, but keep up the good work, and hopefully you guys will just get bigger and bigger. You're saving me a job now. It's fantastic.
It's all good, Jace. Hey, look, we're all in the same boat together, mate. We look after each other, and no doubt you do what you do, and everyone that's watched our show, watch your live updates and everything, appreciate what you do. You're a humble man, but you deserve all that credit. You really do, mate, because you travel a lot and you bring it all out there. Yeah, you just shut up. You're just a humble man. You just enjoy it, mate. All right, well, there you go. Yeah. I was going to get you to put your feet up and show your unmatching socks, but we'll do that another time.
100%. Never wear a matching pair of socks. It's bad luck.
Thanks, Jace.
See you later.
Cheers, man.
Okay, mate. See you guys.
Cheers.
Bye.
Here we go. Always good to catch up and have a chat with Jace. And Pits TV, jump on the Facebook. We know all about that. And get out there and follow them and give them a like. There's a lot. 52 events. Wow.
It's incredible, mate. And I hope it works out for them too, Kins, because they tried so hard last season to be just kicked in the guts over and over again, like a lot of the tracks were as well. So, I mean, I just hope for everybody and for Jace, because they do some terrific miles, that it all works for them, mate, this season, Even ourselves this season, we're going to be doing a few miles, more than we did last year. So
exactly. In a couple of weeks down to Palmy, and then we've got a few other things we'll be doing as well. We've got our online community as Kokpit Racing. We're having a gathering down towards Booker's Way come early September. So we've got a lot on our plate. But there's a guy that's going to travel a lot more kilometres than us two.
Yeah, mate.
Jace put together. He's going out to the other side of the world to race. Mitch Vickery.
There he is.
There he is. Hey, Mitch.
How you doing?
Good, mate. How are you?
You good, mate? Sorry, a bit late there.
That's all right.
No, you're all good. You're all good, mate. How things been, mate? What you been up to?
Oh, nothing too exciting, really, eh? Just been pretty busy with work and that, running around trying to get things tidied up before we head away. So yeah, bit to sort, but nothing too exciting on the race car front, to be honest.
Yeah, we caught up with Ash a few weeks back, and to get the whole fundraising thing they've called it the Ashathon. Last Wednesday we had Bex on with us as well because she's heading out to the UK, and I know you're going to be with the two of them as well, Mitch.
Yeah, it's only a couple of weeks till I head off, flying out on the 16th. So looking forward to getting over there and getting into it. Really,
You must be a bit excited. I mean, we spoke to Charlie 3 or 4 weeks back now. We had Charlie live on the show. He's talking about, and he's planning on giving you a pretty good car, mate. So that must be exciting to know you're gonna, because he was so wrapped with what you gave him over here. He wants to repay that favour just as much.
Yeah, that will be good. Sounds like they've got it relatively sorted for me, which will be great. The car I'm driving's what Charlie had been racing until his new one got built, and Mick just drove it on the weekend, actually. I was telling Charlie it'd be good to get Mick in there, stretch the throttle linkage, blow the cobwebs out after he's been nattering it around, so should be set to go for me.
Awesome.
So the car previous to what he's got, is that the actual car that won the championship you're talking about? Or is that something else?
Nah, so it was on tarmac last year. So they have a shale and a tarmac car, right? So, he won the World Final with his tarmac car. And what I'm driving is his shale car, which is the grey-coloured car. And if you follow his page much, but the grey-coloured car, which was his dad's, that's the one I'm going to be racing. And the new bronze-coloured car that he's only done about 2 meetings in, I think, that's what he'll be racing.
Yeah, when Booker was making mention that we had Charlie sort of on with us, Dad actually jumped in with us. Books, his dad jumped in there and had a bit of a yap with us and a bit of a laugh. And, maybe one day Charlie would love to come to New Zealand, do a bit of a full-time gig. Maybe one day. Yeah, I remember him talking about that. Yeah,
I actually I offered him a drive when he was here, run my car at the New Zealand champs, but his missus wouldn't let him. So one day he might go to the balls and hey, no, I don't think he's watching actually, but I give him stick about it all the time. He turned it down.
Oh, hey. Oh, shit.
But, Mick was making noise about coming to race too, his dad actually. Yeah. But I'm not sure.
We almost had him in our E-Series. He was going to join us for our E-Series online as well, but the schedule didn't quite line up with what he's doing at the moment, So, but that would have been good fun to have him there. Can we get live stream on Facebook of you all racing over there? Oh, I don't know. Steve Murray saying, "Is there? You wouldn't know, would you, if there's a live stream or something that's going to be done on the face?" I wouldn't have thought so.
They do a little bit of live streaming over there. I'm assuming the World Final will be live streamed, so. Keep an eye on my race page. I'm not 100% on details now, but my mate Tony Gallagher is coming over with me, and my partner Meg and my dad. So we'll get them to run the Facebook and keep the updates flowing, and get some videos in that. If there's a live stream, I'll make sure I post the links and whatnot. But Tony is bringing some camera gear, and Graham Hughes is giving us some in-cars to take. So we are planning to try and cover off kind of a bit of a vlog or whatever you'd want to call it, the whole trip. So I think Tony's planning, I don't know, we're planning to do like a daily video, but I know it's going to be here and be busy and you're off.
Hey, look, if you're doing one on a Wednesday and you want to go live with us, mate, just let us know. We'll bring it on and put it out live to everybody. Yeah.
Not a lot planned, to be fair. Like we're pretty much just got flights booked. We're getting there and we're just making it up from there. So not sure where we're going to be when so far, but yeah, for sure.
You just messaged me, mate. Last time we had the Levine boys jump on with us. Yeah, live. Yep. But we got someone here saying, can you ask Mitch if he is going to have new merchandise this season?
I've been a bit slack on the merchandise, to be honest. This is but yeah, I'll look to do something for sure for this season in New Zealand, but I'm not going to have anything for the UK. It's just so this merchandise is quite time consuming, to be honest, and just I've struggled with that over the last year or so. But definitely, we'll get some sort of for this year, and it worked quite well with Charlie's merch with the companies who just send it direct to the people, take the job off their plate. So that's been good.
What about race season wise? I know your focus on the next couple of weeks, mate, to get over to the UK and do what you need to do there. I'm guessing it's going to take a little while before you start getting back behind the wheel here in New Zealand.
Just really focus on getting to the UK, and then got a wedding on when I get back, about 3 or 4 weeks after I get back. So plenty to sort there. Not too stressed about the racing front at the moment, to be honest. I've actually sold my stock car and my Superstock. working on a bit of a plan in the background there. Not 100% when I'll be on the track and that, but I'll definitely be there for the big meetings, the New Zealand's and that, but not planning to be on the track early, that's for sure.
Yeah, mate.
Oh, yeah.
We're good. Mark Goodman, here's a question for you, Mitch. Recovery-wise, since the incident, how are you since that?
All sweet. I wouldn't be doing it if I wasn't 100%. Just good to take a break, and obviously, the head knock was one part of it, but just in general, wanting a break, to be honest, was the other part of it. So, it was good to get back at the end of the season, do those few meetings, did some teams racing, but probably more racing than I was planning to do, but it all worked out.
Surely you'd like to get back in a stock car and repay the back to that shot, wouldn't you? Surely.
Oh, hey, every dog has their day, right?
Yeah, mate.
Yeah.
That's the right answer.
Oh, wicked. Hey, you wouldn't have caught it earlier on. We caught up with Todd Hemingway. If you didn't know, Mitch, we do online series, and it's been bloody big. It's been awesome on a Sunday night. We had young Todd Hemingway with us. He's leading the whole championship at the moment. And we've got about 7 other race car drivers, real drivers joining us as well, who's racing with us on a Sunday. You ever dabbled in the online world, mate? You ever had a bit of a jam with games, whether it be PlayStation, Xbox, or PC? Suppose you never had time.
No, never really have time, but to be honest, I could just never drive those things, eh? Every time I jump on a simulator or something like that, I just suck.
Well, listen, if you're at the tracks when we're there this season, I'm going to have the VR experience, sim racing experience at the track with me. So come give it a go, mate. Have a go, because like Todd said, he reckons that the reason most of the drivers have picked it up so well, our mod, is because it's that close to the real thing. So
interesting. Yeah. Had a few plays on the R factor and bits and pieces, but never really been able to get that good at it.
Yeah. That's what Todd said. He did a bit of R factor, a little bit of I racing and R factor too, and he credited the game to the close thing. William Humphreys gave us some good advice because he races with us, William, and we did the Palmy track a couple of weeks back, and he was racing the same lines to what he does in the real car. He says, mate, this thing is just so bloody close to the real thing because we've got his actual car in the game. And yeah, it's been pretty cool, actually. That's good feedback, when we get these drivers in. So, Mitch, mate, you might say you suck, but I bet you once you get the hang of it, mate, you'll be just like the rest of the Maybooks. You'll be right up there.
And the best thing too, mate, when you go up the wall and you smash your car to bits, you just hit that escape button on your keyboard.
Fixed up. It's all fixed up.
Wouldn't it be nice if that happened in real life?
So, what about you talk about you want to be doing most of the big events, but you haven't got a lot planned. What about teams?
Like I say, I'm just winging it right now. I just got a lot going on, but no, I'll definitely be there for teams. Give it another shot this year and probably reassess after this season, I think. But no, committed with the Kings, and we got a good thing going there, and I'm definitely not going to walk away from that.
Yeah. The
I'm looking at your hoodie you got on there. I can see a kind of logo sitting on there.
Ace,
yeah. It's Ace Performance. Chad's looked after me for quite a few years now, and been quite lucky really to have him. I guess it was part of the reason why I built that latest stock car. Really was to do a bunch of development on that stock car engine, and got some massive results out of that. Didn't quite do as much of it as I hoped. Like I say, I've sold it now. Just, I don't know, life's busy and just wanted a break from it. But that's been awesome. I really enjoyed doing that development with Chad, and the results I got were awesome. And he's looked after my Superstock engine for quite a few years as well. And big supporter of all the other Kiki boys. So it's great.
Wicked. Mate, you're heading off in a couple of weeks. You've had a bit of experience over there in the UK with your racing, and you've done pretty damn good, actually, from memory.
Yeah, last year. So this is my second world final. Last year I went over and did it as well. Obviously, the world final was tarmac, and then World Masters was on shale. So had an okay run last year. Didn't finish the world final, which was the bugger. That's just to finish those races is hard, man. Just chaos and whatnot. But hopefully this year I can make it to the end. And got third in the World Masters last year, which was at Northampton, that's where we're racing this year for the whole World Final weekend. So all 3 nights at Northampton. So I think that track's that's quite good for us. That track, it's clay. It's probably quite a similar surface type to maybe Palmy, so probably suits us Kiwis a bit better. The tarmac is just like it's hard. You're on the other side of the world. The cars are just nothing like what we've got. The seating position, the pedals, they're down the middle. Just the racing's a completely different driving style. It's more of an open wheel driving style. You've got exposed wheels in that. And then you're on tarmac as well. There's just so much going on to adapt. So I think Shale's definitely better for us as Kiwis to go there.
Yeah. You must be feeling a little bit confident though, a little bit of confidence here, knowing that you got third there last year and going into it this year. You feel a bit more confident and comfortable going into this one.
Oh, definitely not going to say you're confident. Anything can happen. It's just like going to any big meeting here. There's definitely an element of luck in all of it. But yeah, for sure, if nothing else, it's more just after going there and getting around, meeting people, you just have a bit more of an understanding on how it all works. It makes it a lot easier, when it's just so foreign to you, you just get to the track like, where do you go to scrutineering? Is there a driver's briefing? How does this happen? What's the format? Their lights are different to ours. It's rolling starts. It's graded. There's just so much going on. So just to have my head around that, don't have to worry about all that now that I kind of understand it. No doubt I'll still muck it up. Last year we went to Bradford and had a problem with the car and pulled off the race and just parked on the grass. Well, just drove straight on the infield. Apparently you're not allowed to do that. All the officials are flapping their arms and whatnot.
Yeah.
No one told me that.
Yeah.
So,
I know you drive to the infield. Why is that? Is that?
At Bradford, it's a rugby stadium. So
of course it is.
Grass, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I just cruise straight on the infield, which then the track was not allowed on the infield to come and get you back. So they had to get like a bunch of guys to push me back on the track because no one was allowed to drive on there.
Yeah.
Happy about it.
Yeah, home of the Bradford Bulls League Club, that track as well. I remember that. Yeah. I'm just trying to put it into context here. This World Final that you race in, compare that to the World 240's third heat, the final heat. Close in comparison, like the pressure and everything around it, the whole lot?
Yeah, I guess it pretty much is. The World Final is just a one-race final, so it's just all on. It's one race, I guess, it's pretty much a third heat here, just twice as long. Yeah.
Is there anything? Is it like that World 240's final? Like this year was just absolutely blew my mind. That thing. How good are those, mate? I mean, like you've been in a couple of them. Obviously, last year you went because Charlie had your car. But mate, what's that like? That being in that third heat of the 240's final?
A whole lot better being in it than watching it, that's for sure. 240s, it's just an awesome meeting. But to be fair, any of those championship third heats, I guess it really depends, where you're at going into it. Are you in contention? Are you not? Are you going to try and change the results? What are you going to do? But when you're in contention, man, you just really got to try and stay calm and I guess just drive your own race and see what unfolds. You can just think of a million scenarios before the race, but it all goes out the window before you get out there. And that's really what I've just tried to kind of learn or teach myself. Just chill out and drive it as if it's any other race, because once you start stressing about it, it just all goes bad.
Yeah, I'm guessing you're like many other drivers. Mitch, you like racing Rotorua?
Yeah, it's probably my favourite track, to be fair. It's just a good stock car track, hey? The track's always prepped well and plenty of drive. Two completely different corners. It's just tight, busy. Even if there's only a small field, it's still good racing there. So, I definitely love that place and just the whole venue and everything about it, the atmosphere. It's awesome.
So was it
I suppose it's like a coliseum, eh? It's like a coliseum in some sense because the crowd goes up on the embankment around you.
Yeah, for sure. And just the whole shape of it and the noise echoing out of there and stuff, you can't beat it.
Yeah. So was it a bit of a stressful event for you watching Charlie do that final last year, mate?
Oh, it's just frustrating watching any racing that you wish you were in, right?
Yeah.
But I wasn't stressed about Charlie driving my car. He's a good operator, and I don't mind people driving my car who are going to respect it, and they're not just wrecking things for no reason. And Charlie was good to have here, and I'd do it again, no worries. And at the end of the day, it's stock cars. They might get bent and broken, but it's no worse than if I was driving it, get bent and broken too. So
yeah, he sure was an entertainer there that weekend of the 240s. But what he said to us when we spoke to him was the camaraderie between them and the Kiwi drivers in the context of being put into the war back home. You just don't even talk to each other. That happens to you. But there, Jaden, who put him in the war, came up and shook his hand. He was talking about that. It's a totally different environment to back home.
Yeah. Things are a bit different in the UK. It's it's hard to explain to you. You've kind of been there, but it's just it's like a real love-hate thing. The fans, they can't just love someone; they have to hate the other person, and everyone takes it kind of personally. Like you say, you don't just put someone in the fence and then laugh about it. I guess that's also a bit different. There is, that's what makes the World Final different to say a third heat here, is that no one's ever waiting for you. Over there, only so when you're racing, you have to deal with lap traffic, but really, they might accidentally spin you out if they're a bit out of control or whatever, but they're not waiting for you like they are here. So really, you're just focusing on racing with the guys that you're actually, running with. So like I said, it's a bit more open wheel driving style.
Yeah, mate, the future for Mitch Vickery, like most of the Superstock drivers, they seem to be jumping to another class. Are we going to see you in the Super Saloon, mate?
Oh, hey, one day you probably will, to be honest. Yeah, but
okay.
Like I said, I've got commitments with Superstocks for the next year that I want to see out, and I really want to see the Kings win Palmy. So we'll see where that takes us.
Kings win Palmy. Shit, that'll be huge. Huge. That happens, eh?
Anything's possible, mate.
Mate, and listen, I think that with the way the cars are today and the drivers that racing at teams today, any one of those teams is more than capable of winning that Team Champs event. No longer is it the days gone by where you had one team that had all the dominant cars because that's where all the money was, or whatever. Now, and so any car can be a block or a runner because the performance is, so yep. I just think any team could win it. I really do think any team's capable of winning that event.
Yeah. The whole Superstock class is just ridiculously competitive, especially in the last 3 to 4 years, and that's just filtered on into the teams, and every team, you used to be able to kind of look at half of the teams at least, and you'd be able to pick 1 or 2 cars that you'd just know isn't going to finish the race anyway.
Yeah.
You just look at it and be like, just hit that thing, mate, and it's done. Whereas now, that's what's been a bit of a game changer, is that sometimes the cars obviously break, but in general, you just can't stop them. There's no easy target to hit knowing you're going to get rid of that car because it's going to fall apart. And the last few years, Superstocks have just got so competitive. Years ago, there was 5 people who had the best gear and could win, and then all of a sudden there was 25 good cars, and now there's just 150 good cars.
Yeah.
So it's just,
and all these young kids too that come into it at the moment, mate, they're all coming in with the best top gear, aren't they? Like that. Like you look at those James boys, they're coming in with.
Yeah. It's just I think mini stocks a big part of it.
Hard out.
Just teaching people to drive, be smooth, and I guess for the future of our sport, that mini stocks have really been the key. And like I say, they're coming straight out of mini stocks into super stocks, and they're so smooth and such talented drivers. It's been awesome for the sport, that's for sure. You've just got to look at our numbers, and the sport's definitely in a good place in that respect anyway.
Yeah, 100%. Mini stocks has been a great attribute to the future of Speedway, because these young boys and girls, as you say, get their track time, learn all about the trade in some sense, and jump into whatever class it is. They're just next level, this younger generation coming on through. And dare I say it, it's good for the future of the sport. Mate, we better let you go. You got a lot you got to do, because you got a couple of weeks before you fly across to the other side of the world. You'll be representing the country and doing us proud as always. And then you got a lot to do when you get back as well. Got a heap to do, mate.
No, busy times, but it's all good. Just get it done. So it's good to talk, and I'll touch base and see if we can do something while we're over there. And like I say, we're going to try and do this vlog thing, which would be great, because just the amount of people here who want to know about it and just ask that many questions. And to be fair, just get sick of explaining it, because there's so much to explain. You can't really explain it. So No, it'll be cool to get some videos and some updates going, and yeah, I'll keep you guys in the loop.
So when do you fly out, Mitch?
On the 16th, so 16th, yeah, 2 weeks.
Yeah. Okay, so you won't be down in Palmet Speedway Garage in a couple of Saturdays then, obviously?
No, like I'm heading over on the 16th, flying straight into Amsterdam, going to Venray. There's a Gold Cup meeting on there, which is a big tarmac meeting. So we land on the Thursday, go to that Saturday, Sunday, and then head to the UK and sort the cars out. I've got a V8 for the V8 World Final also, so got to go catch up with both car owners, I guess, go catch up with them and sort our seats and get fitted up and whatnot, and then get to Bradford for some practice laps.
So no wonder you got no bloody time to race New Zealand stock cars or super stocks. Is someone playing Spaces at your place or something? I keep hearing a
do. There's my phone, mate.
That's so good, mate. You've got your whole itinerary in place. I can tell just from listening to you. You've got it pretty well sorted and down packed. I suppose you've got no choice but to, because you're such a busy guy. You know, you got so much on your plate with this preparing for UK, what you got to do when you get home as well. And we wish you all the best. Yes. Safe travels. Look forward to the updates, catching up with you, and looking forward to catching up with you trackside here in New Zealand, somewhere around the traps. But thank you, Mitch, for joining us tonight, and all the best, mate, from all the fans and everyone here in New Zealand.
No worries. Thanks, mate. Good to talk, and yeah, keep in touch.
Cheers, Mitch.
Cheers, Mitch.
Thanks, mate.
Thank you. Mitch Vickery, everyone. One of course, three that's heading over to the UK. You got Asher going over. We've got the Asherathon to do on the 12th of August. We'll be live down in Speedway Garage, Palmy. Come and say hello. Come and join us, actually. And also bring your wallet or your whatever you want to pay with, because it's a fundraiser. We'll be auctioneering and having a chat with a few people there. We caught it with Big Spa, who's going to be heading over to the UK, and no doubt Mum will show her around here and there. Mind you, she's been there before.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we've got Mitch heading over there. So don't forget to, Bex has got a bit of fundraising activity happening on her Facebook page. Go out there and support. Also with Asher, he's got merch available. You'll see the two of us wearing his merch at the live stream in a couple of weeks. But wow, what a show we've had tonight. You know, then we had Todd Hemingway doing well in our E-Series. And then, of course, we had a good laugh and a hoot there with Jace from Pits TV.
Mate, I'd just like to say a few thank yous as well. While we've got people here, we'd like to say thanks to Keegan Levine at Capital RCs for sponsoring our series. Of course, our mate Steve Emmett, Dirt Shop Creations, for everything he does for the Kokpit community, as well as the mods that he brings and the work he's done for years to bring a lot of us to the online racing world. So that's awesome. And Garage 16, obviously, that even though they've stepped back a bit, as everyone knows, they still keep supporting us in the background, and they're still supporting drivers on track in the background. So Garage 16 is a big part too. And Aaron's not well at the moment, so we hope he comes right and gets back up with us soon. And of course, FCS Limited, who's sponsoring our New Zealand Championship in 2 weeks' time. And of course, thanks for the support from Pops. Mowers and Chainsaws. Unfortunately, at the end of this month, he is closing his doors. The cyclone has taken its toll, unfortunately. So if you want a bargain and you're in the Hawke's Bay area, go see Pops at the moment, 25% off everything. Can't beat it. Go support him before he has to go home and take up his wood turning that he's going to do. So huge thanks for the support he's given us over the years as well, Kins. And thanks to all the fans that tune in every week with us too, mate, because they what make us want to keep coming back.
Yeah, 100%, Books. You know, one thing we might have to do with Pops, and I know you've been alongside with the man himself. He supported us with our recent series and also jumped on board. We might have to do something live from there. Might have to do a shed night down there in amongst the store or something like that. Just have some fun. Just get out some of those specials that people may miss that opportunity, because this will be obviously something that he'll be grateful to have the traffic flow come through the door. It's been tough, like many who suffered since Gabby's been around earlier this year. Thanks, Dan. Yeah, we've had a good night, mate. We had a bit of fun. Thanks, Tanya. Enjoying ourselves. Wayne Otten, will you be doing a Kokpit show when you're in the USA, Kins? Mate, yes, I will be. I will be doing a international show from over there.
I forgot you're over there.
Yeah, no, definitely. So, I will be over there, and we'll be doing a live Kokpit show. We just got to work it out. I think from memory, because I was trying to tee up Bobby Pierce and Jason Fiegler, the USA late model drivers, to join us. But it's like at 3 or 4 a.m. in the morning. But we're going to kind of work things out. So if everyone's been following Bruce Robinson's Facebook page, he's over in the States currently, and they're going to come over. So it does look like the Burger King Burger King series may be going. I'm not too sure, but I'm hoping to catch up with those two and tee them up. But yeah, definitely, Wayne, back to your question, mate.
Hey, look,
I'll
mate,
be
people
definitely
get up
over
for
there
the All
live.
Blacks, they can get up for Kinser in the USA, eh?
In the USA. But yeah, I'll do it in my red bands, my gumboots on. Thanks, Madu. Here's a top man. And I know Books wants to catch up with you too, Madu. But look, thanks everyone for the catch up tonight. Come and join us on Sunday. Books will be commentating live for some of the racing. Then, of course, join us for our special race in remembrance of our great friend, our life member of Kokpit, Richie Nikora, known to many as MMJ Online. Through multiple communities he's raced with over the many years and everything he's done. And we dearly miss him. And special carving tong I've got to arrange for someone to win from our community, and look forward to Sunday. I can't wait. I'm excited. There'll be that emotional side of it, but there's going to be something special. Make sure you come and watch the show on Sunday and recognize something special when we grid up as we go around on the track. I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, mate. Okay, thank you, team. Thanks, kids, and be safe, everybody. Have a great week. Look after each other, and we'll see you Sunday night.
See you later. Bye-bye.
Looking car in it going through the corner.
Welcome along, everyone. What was it like, that experience, jumping into your first race?
It's been my life ever since I can remember.
Look, it really was unbelievable.
I think it's awesome.
Just go out there and give it your every time. And
When you're young and you get in your old man Superstock and you wreck it, I mean, it's pretty cool.
Craig Booker with the big smile. He is the voice that's behind what you get to hear every Sunday night.
Give it the hoot, Eddie. Look at that field. Doesn't it look fantastic?